In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about quizzes, just a quick review over a few things to help get you going on that. So we're going to be talking about quizzes that are actually part of the module. And just a few reminders. One, at the end of each section, there must be a quiz page. And this is so that it triggers the system to let them know to go on to the next section. And so you can see on my developer table of contents, I have section 1, I have a content page, and then a quiz section over that. And again, you can see here on my development page, I've selected quiz page here and I've named it quiz section. Same with section 2, there's a content page and then quiz over section 2 there. So if I had more sections, it would follow that similar format. And sometimes I find it easy to set up a couple of sections at a time so that my last page is the quiz, and I can always insert pages before that quiz page if I have more of the content that I need. So again, one quiz in each section, and it should be the last page, and you do that by, when you create your page, going in and selecting quiz page and hit save changes there. So when you're actually on a quiz page, you'll notice that you can't click on the page and actually insert it. What you need to do is go over to quizzes, and you can see here, this is where you enter your quiz. So quiz 1 right now will be the quiz for section 1. And if we were to here create another quiz, create quiz 2, you can see quiz 2, and that would be the quiz for section 3. So that's how that alignment works. Quiz 1, quiz 2 goes with section 2. So that's just a little bit of information about quizzes. Then, once you've got that kind of put together, you want to go over to your editor and you can start entering questions. Now you want to make sure that your quiz question is on the right section. I've done this on occasion where I'm actually in quiz 2 and I'm writing quiz 1 section questions, and then I have to go back and redo that. So make sure you're in the right quiz section for the one that you want. And you can see here that in your editor, you have a couple of things you can change or add. So one, if you're doing multiple choice, which is what we typically do, you can change the number of possible answers from 2 to 6. So 2 is nice because oftentimes those are true, false, or yes, no questions. And then if you get into 6, there's more content related questions. You can go ahead, put your cursor here, and type in your question. So is it Wednesday? And then I delete the text. Sometimes there. And then it is true or false, and you select the correct answer. Then below, you can see there is this area for remediation. And here you can just delete it if you want to, in which case when they get it wrong or right, nothing will appear afterwards. But if you want to, you can add remediation and say something like yes. Oops. You can add something and say, yes, it is Wednesday. Alright, and then you can, again, you want to hit your save quiz questions. And so this will show you how it will appear on the page for you. If you want more than one quiz question in a quiz, then you would just go over to insert new question, and you could do it before or after. In this case, let's do after. And now you can see a second question has appeared here in your left side of your question list, and you can go in and edit it. And notice this one pops up with 3 options, and again, you can adjust that here. Type your content in, select your answers, and then off in your remediation, and then preview your question here. So if we go back to that content page, you're going to see quiz over section 2, and again, there isn't any content on the page, but it will auto-populate with your questions. Okay, so I'm logging into the system, and let's view what we just created. So I'm going to find my Day with the Designer demo module, and I'm going to click resume. And you can see here there's that first page, that welcome introduction. When I click next page, now here's my question, is it Wednesday? I'm going to select true, score my quiz, and you can see both the question, the answer, and there, and yes, it is Wednesday. If it wasn't correct, if I had selected false, it would say you're incorrect. It does give the answer if you read it carefully, and then it would still give that same remediation for those people. So just kind of a little bit of a look at what that looks like.